visionary, revolutionary. I'm a visionary, revolutionary.
Over the last 3 years or so, AEW has produced arguably some of the greatest storylines in professional wrestling history, with great sagas such as Hangman Adam Page vs. Kenny Omega and CM Punk vs. MJF. Those stories were told over months and even years with major pay-per-view matches too. At times though, some feuds can be way too short even though they're enjoyable. Whether it be just a one pay-per-view type of deal or a feud that didn't even make it onto a major pay-per-view event, there are several examples of rivalries that fans wanted to see much more of. These teams have had 2 matches in AEW thus far, and they have each provided candidates for the best tag matches in AEW history. However, when it comes to an actual feud, they haven't been given enough time to properly build up heat. Their matches alone show why they would benefit from an extended build. The lead up to their 2 clashes has been effective but short, and if they were to get their much wanted rubber match, then AEW should offer them a few months to establish a story. The match between Cody Rhodes and Dustin Rhodes at AEW's first ever pay-per-view Double or Nothing 2019 was a masterclass. The only thing that could have made it better is if they were able to build up their feud more beforehand. Due to this taking place on the first AEW show, there was little opportunity to actually build up the match and to increase any sort of animosity. Of course, this was a story that told itself, but it would have been even more intense had they had a few months of content to build it up. Early on in AEW, Scorpio Sky was one of the more popular baby faces in the company. After a valiant performance in the AEW World Tag Title Tournament, he found himself faced against Chris Jericho. Sky was presented as the ultimate underdog as he earned a shot at the AEW World Championship, although he would lose. This was just a short TV feud, but it would have benefited from a longer story to further add doubt into whether Jericho would retain. This had more potential, but it was dropped fairly quickly. The story told between MJF and Cody Rhodes was fantastic. From the initial turn all the way to Cody Rhodes jumping through hoops to get to MJF, everything was booked to perfection. MJF was still a winner from Rhodes, which set up a natural story of Rhodes eventually getting payback. This didn't happen though, as it was a one and done between the two. This felt like a big missed opportunity to propel Rhodes as an even bigger babyface, especially since it was a story that certainly wasn't finished. When AEW television began, the first AEW World Title feud came between Cody Rhodes and Chris Jericho, and it offered up some fantastic content. From arena-wide brawls to video package skits to all-time great promos, there was a lot packed into this rivalry. However, after their one pay-per-view match at Full Gear 2019, this feud was over. With how good it was, it is surprising that AEW didn't return to it, as it would have no doubt produced some more great segments. Ahead of All Out 2021, it felt very much as though the build for the TNT Championship clash between Miro and Eddie Kingston was rushed and thrown together. Even with just a few weeks, Kingston and Miro managed to pack in a lot of tension, great promos, and a hot build, which led to this match being a success. There were some calls for Kingston to even be the one to defeat Miro, and had they continued this feud past the pay-per-view, then a Kingston victory at AEW Grand Slam could have been a great moment. In just a short amount of time, CM Punk and Eddie Kingston managed to build one of the hottest matches on the 2021 Full Gear card and established a hatred for one another, which made their match absolutely electric. However, when Punk defeated Kingston, this feud was over. If AEW had provided more time to the build and produced another match or two, then this could have been an all-time great rivalry when looking at the quality both men have on the mic. Perhaps if Punk had an extended reign as AEW champion, then this would have been revisited. When given the time, both Ricky Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs made the most of their minutes as they built towards their match with one another. Unfortunately, their pay-per-view clash was given no time at all, although their rematch on Rampage was great. Given the long history and partnership between Starks and Hobbs, they should have been given much longer to tell a story. Bryan Danielson was a bit of a wild card when he first approached Jon Moxley to form a faction. So with Moxley being a babyface, he was naturally apprehensive and it led to a pay-per-view match. It was a great battle, though it ended with a roll-up, so things felt unfinished. Instead of further adding to the animosity and making things more personal, a debuting William Regal emerged to ensure that the pair settled their differences and formed the Blackpool Combat Club. A few more battles and a proper feud would have been nice though. MJF's first feud as AEW World Champion came against Ricky Starks, who won the AEW World Title Eliminator Tournament. With just a short time to build to a match, the pair managed to get the crowd fully into this, with Starks getting elevated as a babyface in a huge way. The promos shared between these two were stellar, and their main event at AEW Dynamite Winter is Coming was enjoyable. Unfortunately, that is where their feud ended as they each went on to different things. Fans can hope that this is revisited in the future, especially since MJF cheated to win. Now, how do you all feel about today's list? Do you agree? Comment below and let us know who we missed. Don't forget to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and push that notification bell for daily wrestling videos. Once again, I'm KB the Mark, signing off. Until the next one.
I started with nothing and came out a king. I've been the one that's been ballin' for rings. It's been me and my team and we chasing the green. My team be the shit, we ain't ballin' for free. My team be the shit, we ain't ballin' for free.